Today is going to be not necessarily a controversial video, but more of a controversial video. If you take it up the ass, it's not my fault. I'm just gonna say right now, this is not anal. Don't take it so deep. So basically, I'm going to say what's wrong with religion, like how religion is destroying humanity. Every religion basically has a different idea of what happens after death, of how the world came to be, of how we were created, what is our purpose. It has caused a lot of people to believe that their faith is the absolute truth and everybody else is wrong, and it caused them to judge people and not be accepting of what they believe in because they are such strong believers that what they believe in is correct. And it can cause conflicts. It has caused multiple wars. It divides everybody and it makes nobody like each other except their religion. And it basically causes us to separate ourselves into different groups, and we are not living united. We are living based off what we believe in. And that's where it's a problem, because you shouldn't judge other people for what they believe in. You should be more accepting and tolerate the fact that not everybody is going to believe in the same thing as you, and your religion is not necessarily the correct one, because at the end of the day, when we die, only dead people know what's truly the true religion. And if we judge others, that's basically you're not open to facts, because if there's multiple religions, then there's obviously multiple ideas, and just not the first idea that came around is be the right one. If there's multiple ideologies and multiple philosophies of what happens, then obviously there's multiple scenarios of what's going to happen. So you cannot judge somebody for what they believe in when you don't know what's out there. Another thing is, it can cause you to kind of linger on the idea that you're going to be rewarded for your devotion to something, and that can cause you build kind of a false hope or false reality for what is going to happen. Certain religions believe that if they do certain things, they'll have more of a, for Hindus, it's basically escaping a bad reincarnation. For Buddhists, it's reaching nirvana. For Christians, it's reaching a kind of utopian place after death. But if you spend so much time trying to make yourself rewarded, it basically means that your faith is pointless. Why would you believe in something if you're not going to get reward out of it? And you shouldn't want to just completely devote yourself into something for a reward. You should want to be in it because you want to be in it. You shouldn't just want to believe in a certain thing or do certain tasks just to get something out of it in the end, which you don't even know. There must be a conclusion to every religious story. You have to have a reason to carry out the belief, or else it's pointless. And without feeling rewarded, the followers, through the people of that religion, it won't be able to sustain itself. You won't be able to get kind of manifest into something if people don't believe that what they're going into is going to reward them. Religion also basically makes you believe that you can act a certain way towards people. You see them as evil or different and not morally stable just because they don't believe in the same thing as you. Truth is the most destructive form of control. When you hear the truth, or sometimes when the truth comes to you, it can be bad. When governments get exposed, it's hell. Same thing for religions. If somebody were to find out that what they were believing in for the longest time is wrong, it can basically cause them a mass hysteria, because if you were grown up imprinted in your brain that one thing is true and that's the only thing that is true, it'll fuck you up really bad. So many people believe that the world was flat, and then when they found out that it was round, they were like, no, you're wrong, you're crazy, that's also why a lot of religions tell their followers to not look for answers for something. Just believe in the faith, believe that that's what it is, because if you can look into something, you can see that that's not what's really happening. The Enlightenment, they stopped looking at religion and they started looking at reason, and then they realized that religion isn't the answer to everything, and that caused people to go crazy. And you can really destroy everything. Humanity just gets destroyed whenever you look past religion to find something. Catholics went fucking crazy. Like the whole entire scientific revolution, like they killed people, they imprisoned people because they were shook. The truth can shake people, and that's no. Religion relies on kind of human mentality to like maintain its power, because you have to have a small mentality, not necessarily thinking outside of the box. You basically kind of have to have a very enclosed thought. And if nobody saw past religion, if nobody looked past religion to find answers, we would all be living in a very low society. There would not be many inventions, like evolutions, more like improvements, because you got to look past things in order to find out truths. And without their mentality being sort of lower and not open to thoughts, it can kind of cause a lot of dark times, like very unadvanced areas. And then it also causes a lot of division, because there's never going to be two religions that get along well or have the exact same beliefs or don't look at the other one as less superior as they are. And then a lot of the divisions can cause us to judge or have hatred towards other people. And it's never okay to hate a certain group of people because they don't believe in the same thing as you. A lot of people in America say they hate Muslims and all Muslims are terrorists because of their religion. But almost everybody who says that does not know what Muslims stand for, does not know what their religion is based on, does not know what they believe in. And it causes humanity to just be very sour and negative and not accepting. And if we all had religious toleration and we're just accepting of the fact that people are going to believe in what they want to believe in no matter what you tell them, we would all just be living super happy. And you cannot hate one person for believing in something different when you believe in something different too. Because at the end of the day, chances are you could not even be right in what you believe in. And to kill people, to have hatred towards people, to slander, like have propaganda against certain groups of people is wrong, because we're all humans. We're all going to believe in different things. We all have different ideas of life. Society that's ununified is terrible, because we're never going to get anything done. We're never going to solve anything. So many problems could be solved if we all were accepting of others. And another thing is, religion can cause theocracy. And if you have a very strong religious leader, people of that religion are going to be all for it. But at the end, it's going to cause a really bad theocracy. And theocracy is never okay. That can cause a lot of unjust. America, as we see, Trump is almost basically a theocracy, because he's not necessarily religious leaders, but a lot of religious groups look to him just because of what he doesn't believe in. The rights he believes in can kind of be seen as somebody who is very strong towards a certain religion, and people don't understand that it's going to oppress their society and it's not going to be good. You cannot please one group of people when your entire nation is multiple groups of people. You shouldn't aim to please one when you should be aiming to please all of them. And that's where religious toleration still needs to come in. And Voltaire said that there needs to be religious toleration. And if you think about all the wars, all the massacres, all like the stoning, bombings, like inquisitions, like crusades, all that stuff, when you think of how terrible it is, you will finally understand that theocracies fuck up the world. Like, there basically isn't a more horrific way to live as a person in a theocracy society. It's easy in today's society to look at certain violence or disasters and point fingers towards one religious group. There's kind of a propaganda that surrounds our media today and our mainstream news, and it's kind of like a religious human dilemma. We are setting in stone that certain religions are bad and all they cause are violence, and it's, I don't know which like race is towards religion, but like religion's not race, but sometimes you can look at religion and categorize it as a race, where everybody of that religion is bad. Everybody of that religion is a terrorist, or everybody of that religion is a witch or a liar or just bad person. And it causes very like cruel exploitations of those people, when in reality that you cannot judge an entire group because of one person's or different people's ways. You cannot pinpoint Muslims to being all terrorists just because attacks on the US have been made from the Middle East. You cannot put it on an entire group of people. For the people who are actually carrying out those tasks, we're not truly a part of that religion. Extremist groups in the Middle East, we always categorize them as Muslims and say that the entire Muslim community is a terrorist, when in reality that's not true, because the people who are doing those things are not true Muslims. They're not truly a part of that religion. But yeah, we still want to find a way to hate somebody or hate a group of people that aren't the same as us. So we have to put them on everything, that they're all bad people. We saw Jewish people as liars and world destroyers and reasons for conflict. Like the Muslims, we constantly see them as terrorists. Religion causes us to have a lot of hatred and judgment and superiority, like thinking we're better or on top of everyone, and that's not okay. So yeah, basically all I want to say is, if you're gonna be religious, don't be a cunt. Don't hate other people for their religion. Don't think that your religion is better. Don't ever think that somebody's life is lesser than yours because they don't believe in the same thing as you. The biggest thing about religion that people need to understand is you have to have acceptance of other people's religions. And with that, I'm just gonna leave off. And if you want to attack me for this, I'm okay with it. Peace out.